You're listening to the Money Mike Syndicated Radio Podcast. How we doing? How we doing? Nothing but a beautiful Saturday. Caitlin Clark, MVP, triple-double, came back and beat the New York Liberty. Took them down in a fashion that we haven't seen in the WNBA in a while. MVP, triple-double, first time in the history, taking down the New York Liberty. Taking them down 83-78, and man, oh man, did Clark shine today. 19 points, 13 assists, 12 rebounds. Folks, this is the MVP. This is the Roddy. This is the Rookie of the Year. This is the five-star generational player that you will never see ever happen again. And this is Caitlin Clark. There's never going to be another one for a long time coming behind her. She shined. She started out the game on fire, folks. Take a listen at these highlights, and I'll show you exactly what I mean.
And she'll take the first three-pointer and not three-point records last year. Here's Caitlin Clark driving. She's got the first 5 points. Wow. New York in the first 3 games, so a really good start for Indiana. Aaliyah Boston makes it session here for the Fever. Boston looking to cross over Jones. Slips right past her. The place is jumping in Indy. Over 100 points in the first 2 of 3 games that they've met here with the Indiana Fever. There's the first few minutes.
And you know, they've got something to prove, Lisa.
Kelsey Mitchell makes...
And that's the way to push the ball in transition.
Oh, they're not going to wait for 3, but look out. Aaliyah Boston, don't break. The Fever attempt about 30 of them per game. That's the most in the league. Alyssa Smith gets it to 7-point advantage for the Fever. They want to go. Mitchell knocks it down from 15 feet. Learned her lesson. They want the Fever running on them. Smith. 3 and some change left to play here in the first quarter. Caitlin Clark pulls it back. Not Clark.
Johnson just enormous, and it's so hard.
Damiris Dantes, playing in her second game for the Fever, is going to have to let it fly for 3. Clark looking to challenge Stewart. Maybe not. That long wingspan turning her away, but Wheeler with first year with the Liberty and the WNBA. Phoebish, the rookie, defending the other rookie. Caitlin Clark. Hamilton had a heavy dose as being the primary defender in this series against Clark. Clark feeding the post out to Boston, who goes right at Jones, and Jones clears.
Better today.
In particular, in the last game against Minnesota, didn't know if she would even play. And Smith. Caitlin Clark, 13 points. Pocket pass to Aaliyah Boston to Kelsey Mitchell. Flips it over to Boston. Over the... Well, they battled from being all the way down from 12 points. And the Fever seeking their first win against the Liberty.
One up.
Kelsey Mitchell with the handoff out to Katie Lou Samuelson for a 3.
Folks, here's how it went down against the Liberty. Caitlin Clark did everything but walk on water. I mean, she just went on in there in the Indiana Fever. And let me just tell you something, man. They battled out. They started out the gate 24-18, took the lead in the first. They battled back. They gave up a little bit, gave up 5 points as New York came back and battled them out 20-15 in the second. But here's the third quarter where Indiana erupted for 28 points and Caitlin Clark began to shine, and Boston and Smith. And, you know, Smith is just, man, Smith is, you know what, you talk about some players doing some stuff. Let me tell you about what Nia Smith did today. Went out there at a plus 22, getting it done. Boston getting it done. And, of course, you know, the one that gives me a heart attack all the time keeps coming up with big shots. That's Kelsey Mitchell. And, you know, that's a love affair that her and Christy Sides have. And here's Christy Sides at the podium. I'm going to come back to that. This is a big-time win, folks. Big-time win for the Indiana Fever. Folks, Caitlin Clark's just a cool cucumber. She's at the podium now, and man, oh, man, they're going to talk to her a little bit. And she's going to tell us about the triple-double. But let me just tell you something, folks. She went in there and dominated the game. It took a half a season for her to get up to speed to the WNBA, and it proved them wrong. So what does it mean? Cheryl Swoops, you're wrong. Diana Taurasi, you're wrong. All the Monica Manette, you're wrong. All the media, you're wrong. Caitlin Clark has been chosen. She is God gifted to play basketball, and she is bringing down the rain in Indiana. She gave the Indiana Fever a nice banana split Sunday with the cherry on top, triple-double.
And then Caitlin, obviously your first triple-double of your career. Just what was going through your mind when you realized that happened?
Well, I was trying to get the crowd to be quiet because I think it was Leo was shooting a free throw, or somebody was shooting a free throw, and I was like, I appreciate it, but just trying to get them to be quiet. But obviously it's really cool. I mean, my teammates have been finishing the ball really, really at a high rate. Like my assist numbers, that's because of them. Like just finding them in positions to be successful, whether it's AD, whether it's Liz. Thought we've done a really good job of that, and but yeah, I guess it's cool.
Yeah, Caitlin, to go off that, when you pulled down the 10th rebound, the crowd went crazy. Did you know then that you had the triple-double?
I did, yeah. Honestly, wasn't like too aware, but like I think everybody was a little confused as to why they were going so nuts over a rebound. I mean, they can do that every time, I guess, but it was a little different.
And Caitlin, what is this last 3-game stretch maybe have you learned about this group? The fact that you were hung in there with Vegas, almost had that, and then got Phoenix before then. Like, it feels like you guys are hitting a stride right now.
Yeah, I feel like we're definitely playing good basketball. I feel like we're definitely finding some confidence in what we're being able to do out there on the court. We're playing together better. But I think like the biggest difference for us has been when teams make runs, we don't crumble. I think, what did the Liberty get up? Their biggest lead was 11 there in the third, and we just found a way to stay resilient and kind of close the gap, or that might have even been in the fourth quarter. Like we always believed we were in the game, and for us, like I think that's where we've kind of been able to change our mindset and really just stay together and attack it together. And when we got down 6 with 3 minutes to play, like that's nothing for us. Like that's 2 possessions, and that's exactly what it was. The next 2 possessions after that timeout, I had an and one, and then Kelsey comes down and hits 3, and the game's tied up just like that, and we really don't look back after we got it tied. So just proud of our group for our resiliency.
For both of you, according to what Caitlin just talked about not crumbling, as you did a little bit at the beginning of the year, do you sense at all New York being surprised that you didn't go away when they got used to building those big runs and they got up by 11? Did you read anything in their faces that suggested that, we got this, we used to being these people, anything like that?
No. I don't think so. No, I mean, to be honest, I didn't really look at their faces, so I don't know. But I don't know, I think we just played good defense. They're one of the best teams in the league. I don't think that's their approach. I don't think they go about things like that. I think they approach every single opponent with the same amount of respect. And some days are going to be better for them than others. That's just how basketball works. They pride themselves on making a lot of threes. They shot 23% from 3. That's, if we can do that, we're going to be in good shape of holding them to, 10 made threes. That's what they really want to do. So, I thought they battled and were good, and they got down 14, they came back, and then they were up 11. So I don't think I sensed that at all.
Caitlin, you're the first Fever player to ever get a triple-double in franchise history. Congratulations on that. How much does that big of a win add on to that accomplishment?
Honestly, I'm just happy we won. Like I've said, I take a lot of pride in being able to do a lot of different things for this team. I want to be able to, I think we're really good when I can get the ball off the glass and just go in transition and find my teammates and set them up. But obviously 13 assists, that means my teammates made 13 shots on my passes. So that goes to them.
NBA, and if she keeps on taking them down and I'm getting all excited, I'm here to tell you it wouldn't surprise me if she was the WNBA MVP. And down the road, we're going to get it there. But, folks, we got it for you. They started out hot. They got on fire, and they took them down. This is the Money Mike Syndicated Podcast, and we are powered up by Fanatics. We'll see you soon. All things are possible to those who believe. Folks, here's how it went down against the Liberty. Kate Clark did everything but walk on water. She just went on in there in the Indiana Fever. And let me just tell you something, man. They battled out. They started out the gate 24-18, took the lead in the first. They battled back. They gave up a little bit, gave up 5 points as New York came back and battled them out 20-15 in the second. But here's the third quarter where Indiana erupted for 28 points and Caitlin Clark began to shine, and Boston and Smith And, Smith is just, man, Smith is, you know what? You talk about some players doing some stuff. Let me tell you about what Nia Smith did today. Went out there at a plus 22, getting it done. Boston getting it done. And, of course, the one that gives me a heart attack all the time keeps coming up with big shots. That's Kelsey Mitchell. And, that's a love affair that her and Christy Sides have. And here's Christy Sides at the podium.
Obviously, this is probably your biggest win, most signature win of the season. Just what does it mean to be able to close it out, I think, for your first win against Liberty as head coach?
Yeah, first win against the Liberty, first, win against the number one team. It's all just so proud of the players. So proud of my players. They have been working towards this moment. They fought through some tough times, but just really proud of my players for this one.
Bill, brought it back. Christy down 11 there early in the fourth, and then ending on a 15-3 run over the last 4 minutes. Just where does that start? And as a coach, kind of the significance of playing a segment of the game like that to close things out.
Yeah, I'm going to take it back a little bit further in the third when they went on that run to start. I think they had like 19 points in the first 5 minutes or something like that. Called a timeout, and I think we only gave up 5 points the rest of that third. So that kind of set us up for our, defensively for how we were playing, for our offensive run. Also, this team is just learning along the way and growing every day. Vegas has some really good growth moments. We only scored 15 in the second, 16 in the third, and at times like that in the past, we've really, when our offense wasn't working, we didn't play as well defensively, and that wasn't the case tonight. Like we went up another notch defensively and then was able to close out with, I think, 28 in the fourth. So just credit to these guys. Played a hell of a game.
Scott.
One thing Caitlin liked was the fact that you guys were able to survive all those runs and respond, something maybe that didn't happen previously. Why do you sense maybe that had changed here recently?
Yeah, it's just growth, man. It's just this young team, the least experienced team in the league, just getting these opportunities to be in these games and then learning from them. And that's, I know everybody thinks we should be winning every game of the season, but that is just not where we are. But just showed so much growth tonight.
And even more to that, the last 3 games, you take a look at that Phoenix win, being right there with Vegas, the fact that you're in those games and now winning 2 of the last 3 against Powers, you're seeing that growth that you've been pushing for.
Yeah, just so proud of this team. They just won't give in. They won't, they just keep wanting to learn. They keep showing up. I keep saying it. The resiliency that they show, the chemistry that they have on the court, how that just keeps getting better. And that just takes time. That takes time. And these guys are finding ways. Caitlin with her first, the triple-double tonight. My gosh, that's incredible. Incredible. First in, is it league history for a rookie, franchise history? I mean, we just keep growing. I thought Lexi Hall came in and did an excellent job tonight for us. Today, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting it's an early game.
Yeah.
Also, I want to say Damiris Dantas came in with 3 for 3. She's only had 1 practice with us once we've put her in our group. So she's learning on the fly as well. But just 3 big shots for us, especially that baseline out of bounds slip that she had was huge.
We'll go Bob, then we'll go Matt.
Christy, a lot of conversation the last couple of days about the Rookie of the Year race. Would you like to use this opportunity to make, it's not real hard to make her case, obviously with a triple-double and everything she's done, but would you like to use the opportunity to make her case, Caitlin's case, for Rookie of the Year?
Yeah, I'm always going to make a case for my players. She's, first and foremost, she's the most competitive human being I've ever met. I really compare her to Diana Taurasi. She's always looking to find ways to get better. How can I help the team? What can we do? But she found her rhythm tonight. She's, the timing for our players is getting better every game. So some of the ones that, some of the shots that, those passes that she was making early, we just weren't ready for them. Now that chemistry is there, the timing is there, and that's going to keep getting better. But she just wants to win. She just wants to win. And to me, she's going to be my Rookie of the Year every day. Every day.
Matt. Yeah, Christy, everyone was so fired up in the locker room after the Phoenix win. I guess what was the celebration like, taking down the best team in the league?
Well, we gave them 2 days off in this last week, and so they really think that that's what it was. So that's the first thing they're talking about is me 2 days off. I just don't think we can do it. I have to think about it. I didn't say yes or I didn't say no. You know, they fought differently tonight. And they know that. And they, you know, when I walked in, they were giving everybody the credit that, you know, they're really happy for Lexi. They were really happy for Dantas. You know, they're really happy. They showered Caitlin. She was soaking wet when she came in here. You know, they're just getting where they're on the same page and able to execute things offensively, but we keep getting better defensively. And that, for me, holding New York to 16 points in the fourth quarter, that's huge for us. That's the #1 team in the league. And for us to do that, and they're a great team, but for us to do that, but to do it in front of our home crowd, the crowd was incredible. They were loud. It's just amazing that we're getting to play in front of these amazing fans at home. Being on the road 5 games is tough, but to come home to this and to get the win for our fans, it's incredible.
Clark feeding Samuelson out of that double team. And that was Caitlin Clark to Smith. A rocket. And Boston lays it in. Boston gets it right back. Kelsey Mitchell drills the three-pointer. Their opportunity here for the Liberty. Benijah Laney Hamilton knocks down the 5 to shoot. Boston with the blow.
And folks, it's a big time trusted affair. You can see Christy Sides. I mean, you got to just look at it as how much she trusts Mitchell, because Mitchell gives me a heart attack every time I watch her play. The Fever dominating. You know, Kate Clark steps out of the game for a minute, and I'm telling you, Mitchell lets those shots fly. There's no doubt about it. Today, Mitchell kind of gave us a little back on this, came out of +5, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal. I mean, that's what we need, but man, oh man, it gets dicey in there a little bit, and it's a trust affair. Christy Sides and Mitchell got what you call a trust affair. They trust each other so much that she ain't worried about a thing. It worries my heart out of my chest, but nevertheless, Boston got it done, played perimeter defense, Smith, perimeter defense. And here's what I like about my post players that went in there and they sacrificed and got it done. They did it without Timmy. Timmy didn't play. They battled this, and here's the stepping stone. Caitlin Clark, I told everyone, okay, she's got a photographic memory and a mean streak. So everybody on Team USA, you going down one by one by one till she's done. And I'm going to tell you this, it ain't going to get any easier because she's just warming up. Took her a half a season to figure out the WNBA and to play on this level. Folks, you know, she had Laney Hamilton on her. They had to switch off. This is what you're talking about. I'm just trying to tell everybody, I don't know what you watching, but this ain't even close. Best point guard. Ernesto, man, come on, man. You shoot it well, but you ain't playing on that level of Caitlin Clark. Folks, this is what the WNBA needed. It's what the WNBA received. And now it's time for the WNBA to take it to a whole nother level, because guess what? The ticket prices are going up. And Caitlin Clark is shining like never before. Samuel said 5 points. Didn't have a great game, 26 minutes. Didn't get much rebounds. We could have used more from the forward spot. But Smith at a +22. Come on, guys. You win by 5 and you're rocking a +22. That's almost unheard of. Okay, Boston came in there, did what she had to do, you know, and she battled. Okay, she had a defensive assignment. She stuck it out. And Boston finished up 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, okay? In there getting it done. The New York Liberty had a shot. They just never knew how to figure it out. It was too much pressure. They shot 40% from the field, 23% from the three-point line. The Liberty had a little bump in the road. Liberty didn't get it done. I thought for sure that the Liberty would not be able to take it, but this is what happened to the Liberty. They got slapped. Okay, and when you get slapped and when you get somebody rocking and rolling, coming in there and they're calling you, oh, she's not this, and remember this? You know, oh, Caitlin Clark, we were laughing. Oh, Caitlin Clark, you ain't laughing no more. Okay, so you got to be able to understand that sometimes in the game of basketball that you will all of a sudden run into a generational player. And when you see a game like the Indiana Fever, you got to do just like the Indiana Fever did. What did they do when the game was over? Come on, guys. It's Caitlin Clark. All right, let's have a little fun with it. And we talking about the Roddy? We're not talking about the Rookie of the Year. Come on now, guys. We are moving forward. The game is moving forward. Indiana Fever are the livest, the hottest ticket. They were the hottest ticket when the season started. They're the hottest ticket now. And the game I'm waiting on next is going to be the WNBA All-Stars playing against, Team USA. And I got a feeling, I told you before, Team USA is going to be in trouble. Because when you got Caitlin Clark, you ain't got to worry about nothing going in the WNBA Team USA. Let me just tell you something. You got a whipping coming, and it's going to keep on coming. This is the Money Mike Syndicated Radio Podcast. Our Saturday has just become greatness. We watched Caitlin Clark put it down 83-78, took down the New York Liberty. That wasn't supposed to happen. I love them underdogs, and I love Caitlin Clark because I can win a lot of games as a coach with Caitlin Clark, and I need old Chrissy Sides to just relax, sit back. I worked in Adidas camp years ago, and I had a UCLA starting point guard before she signed on with UCLA, and I was coaching up hard as I could do. She came over to me. She told me, "Hey, Coach, I need you to sit down, relax, and enjoy the show." That's what we need you to do, Chrissy Side. Sit down, relax, and enjoy the show. No need for you chasing. She's already got it figured out. Been chosen and God-gifted to do it. This is the Money Mike Syndicated Radio Podcast. We'll always tell you it's our opinion, but if it becomes the truth, we gave you the facts before it happened. I told you Caitlin Clark be an all-star. Caitlin Clark is really the MVP of the WNBA. And if she keeps on taking them down and I'm getting all excited, I'm here to tell you it wouldn't surprise me if she was the WNBA MVP. And down the road, we're going to get it there. But, folks, we got it for you. They started out hot. They got on fire, and they took them down. This is the Money Mike Syndicated Podcast, and we are powered up by Fanatics. We'll see you soon. All things are possible to those who believe.